What's up guys, Ben Milliken here from Milliken Fishing, and in today's video I'm going to do a little bit of an unboxing and a review of this $40 KastKing Royale Legend Baitcasting reel. I've actually never even used this reel or seen this reel, so I'm super excited about it. I'm going to get into some of the details about this reel, some of the specs and what I noticed about it out of the box, and then we're going to spool it up with some line, take it out to the local lake and see how it performs. Let's dive into it. Alright, so the Royale Legend. Let's get her opened up, take a look at it, see if there's some things we notice about it. First thing out of the box, first impressions, obviously like all KastKing reels, it is a very sleek looking, low profile. Looks really sharp. I don't see any defects out of the box. Has these EVA foam grips, which I've really come to like this year. Haven't had any problems with them at all, but I really like them. Wow, it actually feels super smooth. You know, I probably haven't fished with a reel this cheap, a $40 bait casting reel, in probably 10 years. So honestly, I don't have extremely high hopes for this guy, but it feels absolutely money out of the box. I wanted to check it out, go pick one up because they have like some of the highest reviews on all of Amazon for the KastKing products. So really like this guy and how he feels so far. Actually feels, you know, rock solid for a $40 bait caster. So some of the features about this $40 reel, of course, the most important thing, $39.98. That's an incredible price for any type of bait casting reel. We'll have to see how it holds up, how it feels out on the water. Comes with a 17.5 pound carbon fiber disc drag. Everything feels pretty rock solid. Your typical star drag on the side, 17.5 pounds is more than enough. I'd only bass fish pretty much. So that's what I'll be using this for, so that is plenty of drag pressure. Also comes with 11 plus 1 shielded bearings. Of course, you get the one roller bearing, the 11 other bearings. That's why it's feeling so silky smooth. I can't really believe how smooth this is out of the box, but really like it so far. 7-pin centrifugal brake system. Has this this nice release pin here, so you can get into the reel really quick. Take a look at it there. So yeah, you can adjust these guys right here. Before we get on the water, I'll probably I'll do 2 of them down. We'll get on the water, see how that feels, but generally, yeah, you do want those 2 pressed down opposite of each other. Get that guy put back on there. We'll also adjust this guy, so you can adjust on the outside, the magnetic on the inside. We'll put it to 5 right now. Maximum goes up to, looks like it goes up to 9, minimum 0. Of course, you got the braking system over here as well. We'll kind of have to spool it up with the line, see where we want to get that as well. Another thing I feel about this reel, this isn't a super light or super heavy reel. This is a 7.7 ounce reel, so it's not as light as like the Stealth and the Assassin, but still definitely going to be comfortable to fish with all day long. It's not like a 10 or 12 ounce reel like the old ones used to be. Super stoked about how this reel feels out of the box. Let's go take this boat out to the lake, get throwing this Royale Legend around a little bit, and see how we like it. Alright, just got out to the lake here today. Tied on a swim jig on the old Royale Legend. Put it on a Perigee 2 rod. This is the 7.4 heavy, so it's got kind of a nice, a little bit softer tip, but a lot of backbone, something I like a lot for throwing a swim jig. Spooled it up with some 20 pound. This is Fluorocoat from KastKing. And yeah, time to get this guy adjusted a little bit before I make some casts. That actually looks pretty good right there. You want to drop it in the water, and if it just makes a little bit of loops on there, that's how I like to see it. You don't want it to make none. You're probably a little tight at that point. But yeah, now we should be dialed in. Perfect. I'm going to tighten this drag down. I don't need any drag because I got 20 pound line on. Got it set to 5 right now. We might be adjusting that a little bit. And yeah, that feels like pretty dang good right there. Silky smooth on the retrieve. I really like these knobs, these EVA foam knobs. They don't get very slick when they're wet. They're big and they're wide. They have good grip on them. They're really good for a lot of different conditions, and I've really grown to like those this summer. I'm gonna loosen this up maybe and increase our casting distance a little bit there. Yeah, no backlash. This thing feels really good. Feels a lot like the Stealth It's a hair heavier, but the specs are pretty close to the Stealth, I noticed. Pretty incredible how good that feels for a $40 baitcaster. Excuse me, a $39 baitcaster. Also want to check out, see how the drag performs. Yeah, I got it tightened down, but it'd probably be a good idea to see if it's nice and smooth. You know, this is a cheaper reel, so that's a really loose drag right there. But as you can see, that's pulling out nice and evenly, not catching at all or anything. Tighten it down a little bit. Once again, super, super smooth. And even with it locked down pretty tight, that's about money. So that feels really, really good. This definitely feels like a winner. I want to do one more test with this, and that is seeing how well it performs while skipping a bait, see if it backlashes, see if we can't make this guy. Well, that's pretty much right where we want it right there. I mean, we're not skipping under anything right here, but that is pretty silky smooth. Really good looking performance. Without a doubt going to be able to put this jig or whatever bait you're throwing up underneath docks, laydowns, stuff like that. So really, really a nice reel. I mean, we're just gonna have to see how it holds up. This is a $40 reel, but this one is absolutely killer. Slick. I don't feel like I'm throwing a $40 reel. I feel like I'm throwing a $120 reel right now, to be honest. All right, well, just got done using the old Royale Legend Baitcaster. Honestly, at this point, I'm blown away by the performance. Really, really rock solid performance. This isn't, you know, some of the really light carbon fiber reels feel almost like they're gonna fall apart to me, and I haven't had any break on me or anything, but this guy, even for just being 7 ounces, it feels really, really rock solid. It's a nice aluminum frame on it, and I really, really liked its performance today. Now it's a $39.98 reel, which is insane. So we're gonna have to see how it holds up. I fish almost every single day these days, so it's gonna be about how that guy holds up. You know, being that it is a 7-to-1 gear ratio, it's really a versatile reel speed. It only comes in that 7-to-1 gear ratio. So, you know, you can throw jigs, Texas rigs, swim jigs, Senkos. Really, you can leave it up to your imagination. Top water, the only thing I wouldn't throw on it, I like to throw crankbaits on a little bit slower reel. And I like to throw, you know, frogs, buzzbaits, ploppers, stuff like that a lot of times on the Speed Demon, which is a much faster reel. But that's all I got for you guys today. Hopefully that was a decent review. If you guys have any questions, comment down below. I'll do my best to answer everything about this reel. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch the review of this KastKing Royale Legend. I will catch you on the next one. Peace!